Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Cancer. How are you all? I hope you're all well. Welcome to the new viewers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment away. Thank you to new subscribers, always my regular viewers. Let's see what's coming in. This card is the only one I'm taking because it was the first one out. Yeah, it was kind of a throw. Ooh, we got someone waiting for the one, waiting for that right person. There's a lot of expansion here. Ooh, Six of Pentacles. Someone here wants to reach out. Expansion, generosity, giving and receiving. Someone's waiting for someone to reach out. They may start looking elsewhere, but this is a person who's waiting for the right person to come along. We have a person doing a lot of thinking. See, someone here is holding back. So it's about what's holding this person back. What's the hold up? Yeah. So someone here, this is self-inflicted binds. But yeah, you got a person doing a lot of thinking. And definitely I can see a person here. It is about reaching out. Someone here may have another opportunity coming in. There could be a little temptation with this. But this is someone who's been holding back, a self-imposed trap. They've been doing nothing but thinking. Yeah, this is someone who feels their hands are tied. There's nothing they can do. But look at the Four of Wands. Someone here is going through expansion. It has to do with financial expansion, a house, a home. And then we have the sun shining. Oh my gosh, these energies. This is someone waiting for someone. Thinking that, you know, hey, this is my one. Waiting for the right person. But someone here isn't reciprocating. This is someone who reaches out. They wait for the other person, but they're holding back. See, it's self-inflicted binds. It's someone who's thinking and thinking. It is a person who I feel is going to break free from this because this is about clarity. See, this is someone starting to see clarity too. And this is someone who's going through expansion while the other person's waiting. It has something to do with their finances. And somebody, I wouldn't be surprised at someone working a lot. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Some clarity on the Three of Wands. Yeah, see, procrastinating. Should I or shouldn't I reach out? Is this my person? Is this the one? We got someone doing a lot of thinking. Tell me about the Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so this is an energy of someone here who is trying to, I do see a little disappointment. Someone's feeling disappointed. See, they've been waiting, and the other person's, you know, should I or shouldn't I reach out? And I do feel as somebody here who's been waiting, thinking maybe if I reach out. But it's someone who I feel didn't respond. So I definitely feel there's been disappointment. But yet, some of you are just, I feel, I do see expansion. Something to do with a house, a home. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Yeah, the Empress is open. See, this is somebody here who's gone through a lot of expansion. So this is someone who's now keeping their options open. They're open to something new. They've waited. This is someone who reaches out. The other person doesn't reciprocate. So they are disappointed. So this is someone who's been through disappointment. But here's what's interesting. This person hasn't stopped thinking about this person. It's what's holding them back. They feel like they're going to disappoint the other person. But I'm going to tell you, and it is, they're feeling disappointed because now everything's turning around. See, this is someone starting something new. Yeah, this is someone who was confused. They felt their hands were tied, or they're just in their head. Their hands aren't tied. And I do think they've been procrastinating. Should I or shouldn't I? This is someone waiting to receive. They're being very patient. They're being still, but they are open to new. And there is happiness. There is someone here looking for clarity. See, this is someone looking for clarity. Yeah, see, confusion, illusion. Yeah, this is about feelings. See, this is about offering the cup. I do think they're going to break free from what's holding them back. So what's been holding them back? Expansion to do with their finances, their financial foundation. It's someone who doesn't want to disappoint the other person, but see things turning around. Anything that goes in circles. This could be working, rinse and repeat, but whatever it is, someone who doesn't, whatever happened before, they don't want to happen again. But it is somebody here, their cup overflows with emotion. See, offering the cup. See, it's what happens when someone keeps someone waiting. I do see someone new coming in. Definitely there's disappointment, but I do feel breaking free from this. But there is a person, like I feel, they feel their hands are tied. They can't move forward. Yeah, you got a person who's been procrastinating. See, it's about stepping up to the plate. Should I or shouldn't I? This is someone who's open to new. But I feel this person knows they need to offer up this cup. They need to break free from what's holding them back. There's a need for clarity. See, it's about seeing clearly. They needed clarity. Tell me more about the moon. Yeah, this is someone who put on the brakes. See, now they're taking another look. So what is it that's holding them back? I feel like, I mean, there's definitely been disappointment. Whatever it is that happened before, this person doesn't want to happen again. Okay? They are definitely not rinse and repeat. Nope. Because they're putting on the brakes, but now they're taking another look. See, now they're seeing clearly. This is somebody cup overflowed with emotion. I think this is someone who, it has to do with finance as a foundation, but this is an empress here. The energy of someone who's open to new. But they're taking another look. To me, it's someone who puts on the brakes when their cups start to flow. It's somebody who, I feel it's a person who doesn't want to fall in love. They don't feel ready to fall in love because of what's happened in their past. They need to break free. And they are taking another look. But this is often where the Empress decides they're open to something new. They take their power back. I think this person felt powerless. And I do feel we have an Empress. Empress can be very powerful. But this is a person who's open. They're available. See, it has to do with a house, a home. It has to do with a reason to celebrate. But there's something to do with someone's finances, I feel. Yeah, so someone who's been very patient. But you can see a little test. See, this is a temptation where somebody reaches out. There's a lack of clear communication. Pages don't communicate clearly. Sometimes it's a little mischievous where someone feels, and it could be the Empress who's done this. Reached out to this person, now they're sitting and waiting to receive, and the other person's kind of like, I don't know about this. See you feeling a little bit confused, but the cup overflows. I think it's somebody who put on the brakes because the other person reached out to them. They didn't reciprocate, so definitely the Empress is disappointed. So it's often when someone sees they've disappointed someone. But they are putting on the brakes as someone who's not ready. Someone here is not ready. But look at the temptation, and I felt that already. Yeah. So someone who's been patient, see, taking a step back, now they're seeing things different. Now they've got the clarity. They needed clarity. And it could be someone needing to clear something out. But I feel like it has to do with their hands being tied. Whatever happened in the past, they don't want to happen again. Yeah, it's all about two people talking, see, connecting, having a conversation. So someone who has to take the lead. The Empress is handing over the reins. You take the lead. I think it's the Empress who took the lead. And then the other person doesn't reciprocate. They take back their power. Someone felt powerless, you know. Because this is someone who kind of, to me, this is someone who has a house, a home, a strong financial foundation. This person wasn't prepared for this. And they aren't prepared to feel the way they did. That's why they put on the brakes, feeling confused. But now they've got clarity. Yeah, see, it's all about spending time together. It is about things you have in common, but it's all about going down this path. Someone wasn't ready to go down this path again. But it is looking at this. Is this my person? Is this the one? Because they can't stop thinking about them. And they're just sitting here being patient. This is someone who'll be patient for a while. Yeah. Three of Pentacles, doing things together, spending time together, compatibility. See, it's someone who felt, oh, we don't have anything in common, we're not compatible. But it all has to do with that Page of Pentacles, the way something was communicated. Breadcrumbing, someone not communicating. But they can't stop thinking about them because they are looking at this. and they're feeling differently. See, they felt something was a little off. Empresses make things happen just like emperors, and that's what this Empress is doing. They're making it happen. And this is someone who didn't respond. Instead, they put on the brakes. Like, whoa, wait a minute here. This doesn't feel right. Yeah. Now they're looking at it, though, because they're looking like, is this my person? Because they can't stop thinking about them. See, this is someone reminiscing about this. This is someone who actually literally longs for love. But I feel we have someone who maybe gave someone a little gift. They did something nice. He showered a little abundance, showed them they like them. Now they're seeing it. See, now they're getting it. This is someone just showing someone they like them, letting them know they're available. Now it's their turn to take the lead. See, it's all about putting all the... There's a need for conversation. Like, it's time to talk. I mean, you can see exactly what this person's doing with the Three of Pentacles. The things you have in common. This is someone's like, whoa, wait a minute. We don't have anything in common. This person's not my type. Because this is someone here who literally needs to look at the type of people they've been attracting. Whatever it is that happened, they don't want to happen again. That's absolute certainty. But it's what was holding them back. Thinking that they have nothing in common. They're not your type. But then what's so interesting, I mean, this person is someone who can be quite generous. And you can see now this person wants to reach out. And I do feel this person's always open to talk. They're kind, compassionate. They're patient. See, look at so much attraction and desire. So someone's really attracted to someone. But this is someone who put on the brakes. See, it's overwhelming. They rushed in. This is someone who's rushed into something before. And things didn't turn out the way they expected. There was a lot of disappointment. This is someone frustrated. But here's the interesting thing. They need to let go of that. And they are looking at it. And they are attracted. There is so much attraction. I mean, this is someone who's following their passions. And now it's time for someone to follow their heart. See, it's a balance here. Someone needs to find that balance. But see, the Empress is someone who keeps their whole life in balance. That's what the Empress energy is, balance. Not too much of one thing, not too much of another. But it's all about putting all the cards on the table. See, now they see the bigger picture. See, they're getting it now. They see. If this person was attracted enough to reach out, to let them know they were available, because they're reminiscing, like, kind of what happened here. And it is someone who's rushed into something before. They certainly don't want to do that again. But this person's sitting here patient. They are open to new, but they're letting this person know they're available. So now I can see they're seeing very clearly. See, now they're getting clarity. See, it's all about harmony. It's all about coming in right. Justice. And they're seeing if this person reached out to start something, then they must have been interested. The Empress keeps themselves very balanced. See, this is someone being fair. They're just, like I say, they're just being patient right now, but they won't be patient forever. They won't sit there forever. It's not someone who wastes their time if the other person isn't interested. Believe me, there's interest. Tell me about this Knight of Wands. This is someone who's ended something. So there is an ending. Every ending leads to a beginning. This is somebody who wasn't ready. See, their cup overflowed. They put on the brakes. They weren't ready. This is someone who dealt with an ending with someone who wasn't right for them. But it definitely has to do with this person rushed into that. They rushed into something. And there was nothing but disappointment. It's over. Whatever it is, this person's gone through a lot of change. But they cannot stop thinking. And in fact, there's two people thinking of each other. Look, there's opportunity. This is about taking opportunities that are presented. There's some sort of good news. Someone talking to someone possibly, but it's all about the things you actually have in common. See, this person wasn't seeing it definitely because I definitely feel this is someone who ended something, and it's because they rushed into it. Nothing but disappointment. So now they have trust issues. They're not trusting in themselves. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's somebody who walked away. See, this is somebody who walked away. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling. But it's what they're looking for. See, this is somebody looking at this. What does this person want? I think this is somebody who kind of got nervous and put on the brakes because they've rushed into something and it didn't turn out well, obviously. But the Eight of Cups is them finally walking away, leaving that behind. See, this person needs to leave the past in the past. It's all about what they're looking for. See, the massive realization, the Tower, massive epiphany. This is something that happened quite suddenly, but you can see the shock. This is somebody, and this is what happens, right? Like what I feel's happened here, whatever they were dealing with, it is over. The Tower came down. It's a shock. But this is where everything gets exposed. Everything starts coming to the surface. This person might have been a little bit triggered. It could be exactly what happened before, where the other person reached out to start something, but yet there's a lack of clarity. So this time around, this person didn't reciprocate. They didn't respond, reply. Now we have this person here, open to new, the Empress. Getting out, being social. But I'm going to tell you there's good news coming out of this. This person hasn't gone, see, their feelings start to come to the surface, but they got overwhelmed. I mean, the Tower come down, the massive realization. Yeah. I think this is someone who put on the brakes and made up an excuse. They got triggered. This is someone, whatever it is they went through, they're not letting that happen again. They are someone who follows their passions, desires, but now that emotional energy. The Empress is waiting for the cup, the offer, the opportunity. Now they're open to new. So now this person's feelings are really coming to the surface, but they're more in control of them too, trying to stay in control of their emotions. But it is about emotional energy. See, not ready to fall in love. They weren't ready. They weren't prepared to feel the way they were feeling. Yeah. See, the things that hold someone back. But this is someone who has a particular type of person. And the same thing keeps happening. So now it's time to try something different. See, this is someone who's different. Yeah, it's not the same. Even though the same thing happened, they showered abundance, letting this person know they were open and available. See, they weren't seeing that. Now they get it. But this is about choices this person's made. And it is about love. They definitely are somebody who wants love. See, this person already knows this is my person. Yeah. But it is about love. This is somebody here who definitely has had a lot of disappointments, but it's not, it's what they're doing. They're attracting the wrong kind of people. People they have nothing in common with, they're not compatible. See, they rush into things too much or too fast. Yeah, this is someone taming the beast. See, they do want love. And I'm going to tell you, this is someone who kind of got a little triggered, because I do feel it's however this past situation happened, it happened again, where someone else took the lead. But I do think it is about taking control of the situation. And now I feel this is the Empress handing over the reins. Your turn. See, it's a U-turn. This is a U-turn. Everything turning around. But this person's now starting to feel more confident. See, this is someone kind, compassionate. They actually care. They care enough to be patient. They cared enough to reach out in the first place. See, this is the massive realizations. But whatever it is they're dealing with, something triggered them. And I feel they rushed into this. They wanted it so bad because they do long for love. But it's someone who keeps choosing the same kind of person. So now they get it. Try something different, someone different. Look at that. See, lay the foundation. This is about coming in right. They need to come in right. This is someone who didn't come in right. Because I do feel they came in. I do think you made a connection or had a conversation. You talked, and then they ran away. They backed right out. But they're looking at it. It's a complete U-turn. And I do see a bit of a role reversal, and that's what it is. The same thing happened. That's what happened the last time. Now this person's kind of like, you know, should I or shouldn't I even reciprocate? They procrastinated about this. But it is about stepping up to the plate. See, they need to step up to the plate. They need to lay the foundation. But it is a person who doesn't have their life together as it appears either. So that's why I feel all about that financial foundation. Yep. Taming the beast. It is about patience. It's about not rushing. But this is someone who's made some bad choices. Their feelings did come to the surface, but like I say, it's getting their feelings under control. They were losing control of their emotions. They wanted this. Tell me about the Two of Cups. It is time to have a conversation. Yeah, see, going on a date. Following through. They didn't step up to the plate. Now this is somebody who's open. If you had a date with this person, and then they've kind of kept you waiting. See, they're looking, is this my person? And the reason why they're looking at it like this, because they can't stop thinking about it. If you had a date with this person, I don't think they came in right. They literally were not ready. They weren't prepared for this. And it is because the same thing happened. Somebody else took the lead, the role reversal. See, the Knight of Cups is the right person waits till someone's ready. See, they weren't ready. It was sudden. It was a shock, surprise, but they did go for it. Now they feel more confident. So whatever it is, they've let go of something that's finished. To me, it looks like someone who had just ended something. They weren't ready for something new. And I definitely can see rushing in. See, it started and ended just as fast. Yeah, but they're going to come in. See, they're going to come in and lay the foundation. This person's been procrastinating too. But what they're, like I say, is what they're seeing is if this person reached out to me to let me know they're available, they must have been interested. See, they're having some trust issues. But they also know that they've disappointed the other person. But yet this is someone who's always open to talk. They're kind, compassionate, someone who tempers their words. They're patient. There it is. It's all about falling in love. This is someone who needs to follow their heart. I think we have a person who, it is about balance between head and heart. I mean, the Empress does that. Someone who keeps everything in balance. It's all about creating harmony, but there is harmony between two people. See, this person it is about falling in love. They weren't ready. I wouldn't be surprised we have someone who's been holding on to a bit of a torch since this happened. Yeah, romanticizing the past. See, they're taking a look. See, all that confusion. See, this is someone whose emotions got out of control. That's why they put on the brakes. They weren't trusting it. But definitely the Empress was disappointed. But yet, I see possible forgiveness here. Yeah. See, it's an energy of letting somebody know. I feel it was hidden. This is someone who kept it all to themselves. The moon is about, it's not only the mood. See, somebody was in kind of some sort of mood. But it's also the illusion. Tell me about this King of Cups. Who is this person? Let's just see. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a little Leo. Yeah, somebody wants to build. This is someone who's been doing inner work. So they've taken this time to do some inner work. It's all about facing the fear. It could be the fear of commitment, but it's not the fear of commitment. It's whatever happened before. It's the role reversal. The same thing happened, where the Empress makes it happen by showering abundance, letting someone know they're available. Then they sit there and be patient. They be still. See, this is what they're seeing. This is someone being still. They haven't responded, so now they're tempted to reach out. I think they're going to, because it looks like they want to build, but it's about putting in effort. So you'll notice that this person, if this is someone who's been breadcrumbing or you don't hear from them much at all, they're going to start putting in more effort because now they're feeling confident. Endings that lead to new beginnings. Yeah, this is someone who just wasn't ready. And we have the Empress here, which is beautiful right here. See all this harmony. Yeah, there's definitely a harmony. Like I feel that if you had a date and then they put on the brakes, they got overwhelmed. But I can really see that this person is going to start putting in some effort here. And that's the signs that are going to tell you that this person is interested. They have to come in and take control. See the U-turn, taking another look. But it is all about the role reversal. And it's happened to this person before, so that's why I feel. But there is going to be a conversation. See, putting in effort, building. Someone needs to put more effort. You're going to notice they're going to start putting in more effort the way they communicate. You'll likely hear from this person. They may ask out, do you want to get together? Do you want to do something? I do think this person isn't always someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. I definitely feel they've been doing some inner work to do with that. I do think this person's very much aware that it's them that, you know, they're holding themselves back from this beautiful opportunity. Tell me more about the building. Why is the building here? I just want to clarify. Yeah, they're making a decision. See, out with the old, in with the new. This is someone who ended something. Now, I don't know if this Empress was aware of this. If they weren't aware, they probably are now, and that's why they're being still. They're not pressuring the other person. See, they're not pressuring them. This is someone who makes a decision without pressure. So for some reason, they were under a lot of pressure. Well, probably because they ended something, but it's an energy of what they're looking at, what they're leaving behind. And this is the Tower, the moment of realization. I do think this is someone who made up an excuse. They just weren't ready. I don't feel it's insecurity. It's just apprehension because of how things happened, how it all played out. But the Judgment is healing, time out. It's also, I do think this person knows that they've disappointed you, and that's another reason why you may not be hearing from them or hearing much at all. They're very careful how they're going to communicate. But see, this is the Judgment. Somebody here, this is a person, I don't think there's judgment here. I don't think they're seeing this person in a bad way. They're just open to receive. There's someone who truly cares, and that's what they're seeing. If they cared enough to reach out. Yeah, see, kindness, compassion. I think this is somebody who made a bad decision. But I'm seeing possible forgiveness. Some things are forgivable. So I feel like it's hard to say where this will go, but it has to do with this person coming in, putting their best foot forward. They need to come in right. Yeah. The Tower. The Tower is interesting because everything is going to be exposed. It all comes out in the open. This isn't somebody who was ready for this. Take care. We'll see you soon.